Greetings, my name is Almendrala, and this is my biome project presentation on jungles. So for this presentation, I'll just present my findings on my research paper where I selected the jungles video for the list of videos of the Netflix series Our Planet. So this presentation will include some of the biome's characteristics, such as climate, temperatures, precipitation, and I'll also talk about biodiversities and how the plants and animals adapt to this environment. I'll also explore some of the current threats and invasive species in jungles. The characteristics of the jungle biome are attributed to the fact that it is in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So it's mostly around the center of the map. So some areas that it's most commonly found on are Southeast Asia, Western Africa, Central America, and South America. The climate is quite warm, and they receive plenty of sunlight, attributed to the fact that they are near the equator, and temperatures per year range around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, and they receive 2,000 to 10,000 millimeters of rain per year. And in terms of seasons, they just have wet and dry seasons with little to no variance. So here's a map of the locations that jungles are found in. As you can see, it's mostly in West Africa, in Southeast Asia with countries like Indonesia and Philippines, and also in South America and Central America, as well as some aspects of the Caribbean. Some animals found in the jungle biome include the low-lying gorilla, which has evolved to climb trees with its fingers and its toes, and with these appendages it's able to navigate and travel safely. And they're also able to view the land from a high vantage point, so they adapt to their environment using this skill. Another example of animal adaptation is the male bird of paradise, which uses its there are over 40 kinds of male birds of paradise, so each of them are unique in their own way. So one adaptation that they have is to attract mates, and one such example is this bird of paradise I have displayed in the slide right here, which uses its long tail-like feathers to tickle a potential mate and possibly reproduce. So another example would be the western male parotia, which is in this next slide. What this unique animal does is it first finds an area and cleans it of any twigs, leaves, rocks, things of that nature to make sure it's clean, and it uses this sort of court to dance to and impress a female to potentially reproduce and spread its offspring. So this is a very unique organism, and how it attracts other females and reproduces. So some plant adaptations in the jungle biome are pitcher plants, which have a very unique adaptation because they have this bowl-like structure that allows them to attract other animals with this nectar-like substance found in their hairs. And what this does is, for instance, an ant comes by and is attracted to these nectar substances, and once rain comes, the force from the rain is enough to make them go into the bowl-like structure and be consumed, and it uses these nutrients to survive and live. And another adaptation with plants in the jungle biome is the drip tip leaves, and what this does is it ensures that the droplets of water slide off of the plant very easily, because what happens is if the water stays on the leaf, it carries bacteria and can lead to the leaf rotting or being infected and dying. So they have this adaptation to prevent that sort of thing. And another thing would be the cotton silk trees, or silk cotton trees, which have the buttress roots to support its very large and hefty structure. And this is an adaptation that has developed throughout the many years of evolution. So some current threats involve invasive species and poaching. So an example of an invasive species in jungles would be in South American jungles that have golden mussels, which found its way into South America during the 1990s from China. And once these mussels form large groups in rivers, it can create barriers for organisms that need the rivers as a source of food, and this affects biodiversity because there's less resource. So another threat, as I mentioned before, would be poaching, and it decreases biodiversity and kills thousands of animals per year. So these are my references, and thank you for listening to my presentation.